Okay, take 3 on recording. Here we see sped up footage of me playing as a Blue Sentinel, or a Blade of the Dark Moon, other guy's Blue Sentinel. Because I like Proofs of Concord Cap, I like getting Dark Moon Blade for my Faith builds specifically. I don't like grinding Silver Knights because grinding's boring and PvP's fun. But not this kind. Not this one. This one sucks. I would much rather get summoned into a host's world only to get ganked by all of the PvE and an invader while the host hides, and then get pointed down on by both the host and the invader at the Crucifixion Woods at soul level 27, than have to suffer through the sped up 30 minutes that you're currently watching. In my editor, I have it set to smoothly fast forward, but the way it's showing up in my pre-edit or pre-finalization thing that I'm watching while I talk over this, because none of this is scripted, it's very choppy, and I hope it doesn't turn out that way, but time will tell. But yeah, here we have 30 minutes trimmed down to, like, fast forwarded to 8 of me and Keanu Reeves for the win, clearing out the entirety of the Grand Archives, looking for an invader who is currently hiding in the rafters and raining Millwood shots upon us like some kind of a coward who doesn't know how to, like, hit things with a sword, thinking he's very clever as he, goes for, I guess, like 360 no scopes or something. I don't know what his real plan is, but it's not going to work. He's not going to kill anyone, I can assure you. What he is going to do is waste everyone's time. And for him, that might be a victory, but it really sucks that, he's choosing to play this way and behave this way in this game. Because, the way it works is you invade, and you only get what you came for if you kill the host, or if you're purple, you kill, a certain number of phantoms, or if you're a red, you kill a Blue Sentinel or Blade of the Dark Moon, because, forked pale tongues. But really what you came for is to fight people. You came for PvP. And that is not what this guy is doing. This guy is playing hide and seek, but, like, not even very well. First of all, you don't shoot at people when you're playing hide and seek. Second of all, why are you playing hide and seek? The host plays hide and seek. You don't show up into a host's world to play hide and seek. That doesn't accomplish anything. If the host makes it to the boss fog, he still gets to get away from you. You haven't done anything except for waste some Blue Sentinels' time, and the Blue Sentinels are not your enemies. If they show up, they're just an Estus pinata, I'm probably, like, the best fucking consistent Blue Sentinel out there on PS4. And that's not to toot my own horn, that's just because all the Blue Sentinels fucking suck. But either way, you can see that, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to Black Crystal out because I need my Proofs of Concord kept. And also, I'm really curious as to see what this guy's whole deal is. I like to imagine I'm going to find him, and then we're going to have a very good, sword fight. And then he's probably going to kill me because invaders tend to be better than blues. They have to be. They're invaders. But never get to find out this guy, never get to see his face, never get to know his name, never get to know, his build or anything. We know he can use a Millwood Great Bow, so he's probably got, like, 18 strength or something. I don't know what the stat requirements are on the Millwood. Here you can see me checking the rafters again, because he wasn't there last time. Spoiler alert, he ran to the boss fog to keep us from getting there. Not that he's going to keep us from getting there, because he is going to Black Crystal out before the host gets to the boss fog. But yeah, he's just wasting everyone's time. A cumulative 2 hours between me, Keanu Reeves, Tex Mexorcist, and himself. 30 minutes apiece wasted as he kind of sits there and waits to disconnect at the perfect time. So that way no one gets Proof of Concord kept, no one gets a Pale Tongue or Vertebra Shackle or Sunlight Medallion or whatever the fuck he's invading as. I don't know. I never got to find out. Never got to see him. Actually, it might say when, or I guess it always shows up as Dark Spirit on the notification that, they went home or whatever. I hope I remember to check to see if it says, like, it probably won't even show up because of how choppy this is. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's really irksome. And I guess it's mostly Miyazaki's fault that the game isn't programmed to give you a proof of concord kept if the invader DCs as well, because like if listen, if you're the cops and you scare a criminal away from doing a crime instead of arresting the criminal for doing a crime, you've still done your job. You should still get your paycheck. Funny that that's the analogy that I chose to use in the midst of like this policing crisis in America. Defund the police 2020 should have been done a long time ago. But yeah, as you can see, Keanu Reeves for the win, and I have cleared like the entirety of the Grand Archives. I think we're gonna go fight the Wing Knights now. Still not seen hide nor hair of our boy, the invader, whoever he may be, the enigma, the man, the myth, the legend, the waster of time. But like, what compelled him to hit that red eye orb if he wasn't coming to fight? What compelled him to, show up in this dude's world if he wasn't going to do anything with it? He's not going to keep the guy from getting to the boss fog. He's not going to keep, the host from progressing, which is an invader's whole job, is to invade your world and keep you from beating the level, or at least provide a fun distraction while you do. I guess he kind of did that. There were like, 3 or 4 Millwood shots that dealt damage to someone over the course of this 30 minutes. And I shit you not, it was 30 minutes. The full 30-minute clip that I saved on my PlayStation did not encompass the entirety of the invasion from when I showed up. I showed up and killed the dude's crystal sage for him because he was looking for the invader and I was by the crystal sage. But yeah, there goes. Bye. And I'm not going to have a transition for this next clip, but it's just going to be another waste of time. And there we go. Still can't upload the other video I made. This is my Chaos Witch Quaalude. Funny pun name. Haha. Drugs. Or whatever. This is another waste of time. I'm running around the Grand Archives trying to find the host and his phantom. Here I see that elevator's down, but don't think anything of it until I remember, wait a minute. The little bookcase that provides the shortcut to that elevator was not open. Also, obvious audio cut. Someone knocked on my door. But yeah, shortcut wasn't open. Elevator was down. Figured they're trying to hide from me down there, or they just opened the shortcut while I was gone. But we'll find out what they were doing here in a second. Wasting time is what they're fucking doing. So I see that there's no one immediately visible, and then this white tries to get the drop on me, and then there's the host. And this is what they're doing. Their plan is to trap me in here and gank me. You can see that they've got, the most powerful ganker weapons, Freed's Scythe and Farron Greatsword. So I'm like, fuck that, and I go back up the elevator. And then I have the bright idea to just get on top of the elevator again, because, I'm not just going to give it to them. And they can see me. And they realize that this is a gigantic hinge in their plan. So they start chucking bombs, but they can't hit me. I also realize that I can roll backwards without falling off the elevator because there is an invisible wall. Thank you, Miyazaki. And this is another waste of time similar to the last one, but at least this one kind of has like some degree of interaction to it. And I'm more than content to play their game. Well, play my game in their world. Also, fuck this dude's username. The overleveled phantom. I don't know if you've noticed it. I'm not going to say it. But, like, fuck that dude, but not as much as fuck people who put, like, racist slurs in their usernames and character names. Shout out to Saint Riot for his 40/40 in 2020 video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Anyway, so he tries to go up the elevator to get away, to provide an ample distraction. And then I figure, gankers are bad at the game. I'll let him get away with it. I'll see if I can kill the host. Thank you, based Silvercat. And then I don't roll onto the elevator in time. If I could have caught him in elevator hell, I could have broken his guard, probably killed him in one shot there. But hindsight's 20/20. and this video is about waste of time. Anyway, the next bit of footage is going to be sped up again, me running around looking for them again. Only this time they've moved hiding spots. I don't actually figure out where they ended up going. I find them in the middle of a PvE interaction. But we'll be getting to that soon. But yeah, this is not nearly as egregious as the first, waste of time in this video, the disconnector. But what? Why were these guys doing what they were doing? Were they shacked up in there hoping to get an invader so that way they could do this, or did they see they got an invader and then realize that they had the perfect plan to get away because they aren't very versed in PvP? I can't really gauge their PvP skills because the instances where I fight them are so fleeting. But at a glance, neither of them seem particularly capable. Overleveled phantoms don't tend to PvP because otherwise they would be at the same level as everyone else. And that host is dressed like Ghost Hardware calls him Kevin. No offense to Kevins out there, except for, the Kevin that Ghost Hardware is talking about. I decided to check their hiding spot again just in case because, I would like to know. And then, just back to running around, breaking shit to see if they've used young white branches, checking for differences in the PvE. And then right here, I see a name bar, right there. The Phantom decided to pick a fight with Lion Knight Albert, the only NPC of the NPC gank squad remaining. I wonder what happened to the first two. I can't imagine these guys killed them because how else, would they get them to the elevator? But while I was running around before, I did notice that only one of them was alive. And this is my chance. So I go in for the cheeky backstab because, fuck this guy. Wake up Black Fire Orb, gets him every time. And then, I don't know if it's just latency or my timing's off, but, catch and rolls doesn't work. So I start chasing. If I had just gone for the second R1, I think I might have killed him. And that would have got me my Vertebra Shackle, and I would have considered that invasion won, although the host would have survived and still been able to summon his buddy. That looked like it should have hit, but, Dark Souls 3. I don't have my, either of my Pyromancy rings on, so my spells aren't going to do that much damage, but still more than a single R1 would. Gotta love that Black Flame after R1 true combo from the Demon Scar. Also, something I really like about the Demon Scar is that once you run out of FP as a Pyromancer, you don't have to bring any Blue Estus, because you can just switch to a simple infusion, keep two-handing your curved sword, and you're two-handing a curved sword, you can still fight quite adequately. I send that elevator back up so that way they can't use it to get away if they try to turn around on me. I really wish I had just chased them immediately, because then they probably wouldn't have gotten away with this elevator escape. Or not elevator, ladder escape. But I see them going up the ladder. Lock on brakes. Missed them. Damn. And back to the races. We're coming up on the end here. I run into them like one more time on the elevator. This elevator specifically. Again, I'm not playing their game. I'm not going to trap myself in their room while they L1 at me. So they just send this elevator up and down a few more times, and then the last time, I'm so content to their rhythm that I don't realize that they got off the elevator and made a break for the boss fog. So I take off after them. They get away. I still don't know how they got from here to the boss fog, though. Because I did see the white up here. Or I guess maybe the host ran for the boss fog while the white was up here to distract me. But here they are taking on one of the Lothric Knights. I get some cheeky pot shots in, and then that's game. Waste of my fucking time. Anyway, thanks for listening to the ramble. Bye.